We do have time for a couple of questions if anyone has questions. I can't see a darn thing.
We have a question right there.
Right.
Bert?
With the augmented reality, how do they walk upstairs?
What's that?
How do you walk?
Upstairs with augmented reality. Is that, or like, have you guys, is it in development now?
No, we actually have them today. I will say not a lot of builders are doing it, right? Because it's kind of new and different. But we're starting to get a lot more interest. And there's things that you can do. You know, you could have an app where you hold it up and you can see points of interest, right, around the community. And there's a restaurant over there and a Costco over here. You can do that. You can do things like TV sizing. It sounds ridiculous, or art sizing, where you can hold it up on a wall and play with different size monitors or artwork, all kinds of really cool stuff that you can do.
Yeah, that augmented one is pretty cool.
Yeah. And you could be like one of the first. Here we go. And we're going to give awards next year, right? Didn't we say awards for?
Yes. Whoever's implementing stuff from this event,
Yes.
we're gonna recognize you all. So
Yeah, and you'll
we
get
want this to be real.
Yeah, and you'll get a
Absolutely.
stuffed cat.
And what's cool
Right.
with augmented
Among other
reality too is, as a salesperson, they can design a home and then they can text it to you. And when you click on the link, it unfolds on your kitchen table in a 3D. It's really cool. So about texting somebody a house instead of sending them an email.
And it's all about that personalization, right? It's like, I don't want to buy Joe, Billy, Bob, the builder's house. I want to buy my home, right? And it's the more immersive that can be, and the more you get them down that journey of designing, whether it's kind of online or it's in person or probably a combo of both, you're going to get them closer to a sale.
And like Tim was talking about yesterday, I mean, it's not just the pet station, just that. I mean, it's little experiences like that you're not going to get it in used homes.
Right. And at the end of the day, you've seen like 10 used homes, you've seen 5 new homes. The one you're going to remember has that little sparkle, has that little wow thing. It's like, well, yeah, we like that house, but oh, the one with the little pet den or the one with the, like, whatever. It's amazing how that's memorable, and you're more likely to get the sale.
Yeah. What I was seeing in your two platforms was the blending of the coming inside of the experience in the space
Yeah.
with education, right?
Right.
And we need both things for a lot of these lifestyle type
Yes.
features, right? And
Yeah.
maybe not every point of education is going to be exposed, and maybe it's not going to be self-serve education, maybe it's going to be at the physical design center, but we all know some of these more complicated products don't necessarily get represented solidly by the average
Yeah,
sales
well,
associate.
it's
They
too
just don't get
scary.
it.
Like, if I'm really
Right.
good at design and colors and all that, I don't want to talk about that, like radiant whatever. That's
No.
scary. Like, that's really scary stuff. So they don't get presented, right? And then they don't get presented accurately or properly.
Right.
And I think you have to win their hearts first. In a way, it's like, what's this going to do for my lifestyle? Then I need to understand the gadgets. And not everybody's the same. Like, engineers walking in, that may be reversed, right? So somehow you got to like honor all these different types of people and
Yeah,
learning levels.
it's kind of complicated, huh?
It's very complicated. It's messy.
What else out there? Go ahead, speak up. Hold on, you got a mic coming. We'll get your voice on video.
This question is going to be for Anya. I thought the idea of having the sound in the virtual tour is really cool and was really impressive, that experience. I do feel like there is an interesting question here, how to manage the expectations of the buyers when the sound, let's say once they visit the site, does not match up what they listened on a video, because you'll have cars, you'll have ambulances, whatever is coming by there. How do you handle that, managing the expectations of the buyers with having sound that are interesting in virtual tours?
Hey, incorporate the ambulance sound, right? If you have soundproof windows, that's a perfect one to show off, right? Maybe open the window, the ambulance going by, shut the window, you can't hear a thing. I mean, it's just, I think make it represented as much as possible to what the reality is going to be, because at the end of the day, your buyers want to know what it's going to feel like to live there. So I would say if you happen to be on a busy highway, you might as well maybe put that noise there, because guess what? They're going to come in, and if they're not going to live next to that busy highway, it's going to be a no anyway. So you might as well move on to the next one.
And I would say there's room for poetic license on some of
Yeah.
this stuff, right?
Yeah,
Like,
for
it's
sure.
not going to be, there's an acceptance that
Yeah.
it's advertising. It's going to be a little bit idyllic, right? So long as there are seagulls, you know,
Right.
I mean, I don't think you're doing any disservice there.
Awesome, that makes sense. Thank you.
What else? All right, we're out of time anyway. Thanks again to all the panelists. There's really cool stuff developing there, and I'm going to weep in privacy. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, thanks again.